You want to speak fluently in the English language? Choose English literature. Is there a real difference between these courses, choosing English literature as your area of study and spoken English? Well, to know more about this, you need to stay with me for the next few minutes. Welcome to another video. Hello, welcome to another video on my channel. This is Rini Rose, and thank you for supporting me this far. If you're visiting the channel for the first time, please do not forget to watch all the other videos because just watching one video will not help you. And also, I have repeatedly answered all your questions, and such repeated questions will not be answered in the future. So go to the channel description, go to the other videos, and please help yourself. Now, today's topic is important because I've come across a lot of educated people also pondering over the difference between these courses. Choosing English literature and spoken English, is there a real difference? Of course, there is a very big difference. I'm just going to discuss a few points. First of all, it's very sad to hear educated people not knowing the difference between these two courses. Of course, everybody is not the same, but still, there are people who say, you're not good in English, you can choose English literature and then switch to some other course. Of course, you can do that, but English literature is different from the spoken and communicative courses, communicative language courses that you have these days. We focus on language learning, so that is why I'm speaking about English, and I also communicate. My medium of instruction on the channel is English. Now, this is applicable for any language, spoken Arabic, spoken Hindi, or whatever you're choosing. There is a very big difference between the literature of a language and the spoken course. Let's get back to these spoken courses, okay? Now, these give you some guidelines to help you speak better. But if you enroll for a course for just 6 months or 3 months, you will notice a gradual change. You get some practice. They give you some guidelines so that your sentences become better. It has got to do with the language, the structure of the language, some words and things like that. But it is not going to make you fluent until and unless you put in your effort. Because the instructors there will help you with conversation. They will help you with language structure, with sentences, and of course, they teach you some basics of the language on how to ask, how are you, to wish a person, and some basics. But apart from that, you have to put in your work. So it has got a lot to do with the language, the delivery of the language. But spoken language is totally different from communication skills and fluency. See, there you have got this name, skill. Skill is different from the courses that you enroll for. Fluency, communication skill, and language, all these two things, these things are totally different. That is what you need to understand. I've repeatedly told you, if you're good in a particular language, it's not necessary that you've got good communication skills. Communication skill is different, fluency is different, spontaneity is different, and spoken language course is different. So if you enroll yourself for a spoken English course, it's different. You'll get some basic guidelines. Then what is English literature or the literature of a language? It is a mixture of so many things. Now, for example, when you take English literature, it is the crudest form of the language. It is a mixture of many things. Sociology is there, politics is there, political science, psychology, culture, and history. It's a mixture of many things and many approaches. There are a lot of people who think that literature is a mixture, or you can learn a lot in literature by reading novels, fantasy, fiction, imagination. After all, it's just imagination, and of course, some Shakespearean drama. No, it's not just that. It is a mixture of a lot of things. And of course, we have got a portion, a particular segment known as fiction. And even if you read fiction, you will see that 10%, 5% of the fiction is connected to reality. And these are created by real human beings. Little bit of reality is there. And based on the reality, they have imagination, fantasy, wizardry, and all those things. So little bit of reality is there if you dive deeper into it. Of course, we have other genre in this particular language or literature realm, like essays, fiction, horror, okay, drama, so many things are there, linguistics, language learning, phonetics, all those things. Different segments are there. So it's like an ocean. It's like a deep ocean. So the more you dive into it, you get the seabed, you get the minerals, you come across different colorful organisms, different types and varieties of fishes. So it's not that you dive just once and get everything, because it is in the crude form. That is why I'm comparing the ocean with the literature of a language. It is in the crudest form where you have to dive, find out something. It's like you just touch the water of the ocean and then you feel it. Then again, you dive deeper. Next time, you dive still deeper and you understand what it is. It's a mixture of so many things. And the benefit that you enjoy is, of course, you get better with the language, but it's not just that. So, if you have a flair for a particular language, you can choose literature. If you want to develop a language, don't choose literature, because I've heard a lot of people telling that, oh, you're good in a particular language because you have chosen literature. Yes, my area of study was English literature. I had the flair for the language and that is why I chose it. And it doesn't make me better because I chose literature. Okay, literature is something that deals with life. It teaches you life, it teaches you contemplation, observation, people, problems, issues, and all these things for that matter. It's not something that helps you with language. Of course, you learn about it, you learn about the evolution of language. So if you have a flair for the language, go for it. But otherwise, spoken language structure is different, where it helps you with conversation, the languages that you can learn, that you can evolve. It doesn't dive deeper into the literature of a language, for that matter. It's all about conversation, the spoken part, and most of the courses are for a short stipulated time, and then you can enroll for it again and check yourself. You will have an instructor. It's more of practice. Literature has got practice, it has got observation, contemplation, writing, reading, speaking, everything is there. It's life in total. So here I'm not going to promote, or I'm not here to understand and comprehend with the literature of a language, but still you should know the difference between the courses. You have to know the difference between the area of study that you choose, the topics that you choose. You shouldn't choose something because everybody is telling you. And there are a lot of people who will tell you, even teachers, I've come across teachers who say that choose English literature so that you get better with the language. No, it's absolutely it's absolutely rubbish. You become good in a language, of course you become good if you choose literature, but that is an extra benefit that you enjoy. It's not just that. That is what I wanted to tell you. And when it comes to spoken language courses, you have to put in your effort. Otherwise, it's just not going to work. And regarding the spoken conversational sessions that I am planning to conduct, of course, I have got a few learners, because personal and customized attention is necessary. That is why I always say I focus on few learners. It's like when I work with professionals, I have to help them relearn and unlearn a few methods that they have been using. Because it's language, it's all in the practice, it's all in the methods that you use. So right now I don't have any slots with me, but I'm planning to start the next batch soon. I'll be announcing it. But always remember that you need to put in 50% of your effort, and you need to believe in the instructor or the trainer that you really approach, because everything is important. It's part of time, money, energy, the effort that you take, both of the trainer and of the learner. So please understand that. And if you have interest, we can see that it develops into passion later. If you don't have any interest, don't do anything in life. So if you're really interested, of course, you can send in emails. But otherwise, I don't think it's going to help you much just because of trend, or just because you want to become fluent in something. Don't approach a person. You should have the interest. You should know how to work on it. Even if you follow a person who's good with the language, please take the effort and have the patience to listen to most of the videos and most of the strategies and the basics that people are trying to deliver. Have the patience, develop the art of listening also, because these two things will definitely give you some benefit, you will evolve and progress with the listening skill and with the patience that you put in, with the effort that you put in. Believe me. So I hope you get the difference between the two. And thank you so much for staying with me. Bye bye.